If I late, don't tell me I know. I know. Call them out now. I know I'm late. I'm late and I have a good excuse. I have a good excuse. I know I'm late. Don't buff me. Line it up inside. Sterling, I will tell you all why I late. Share the video, apologize, tell them I apologize, and I'm late, and I know I'm late, and I apologize. I'll tell you what happened. But we will light it up, and I will make it up. Sorry for keeping you all back. Share it up. I know it's late. Take all out. Take all out right now. Share it up. We still gonna do it. Share it everywhere. Come on, man. Come outside. Blazing fire. Carnival boy. Call out them numbers, man. Call them out. I don't have my phone. I feel naked without my phone. I call to make. I can't make the call. Can't make the call. I don't make. Alright. Everybody know. Everybody want to know why I'm late. This is the hardest week I have ever had in my life, and I have had some very, very, very hard weeks. Let me tell you something. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock is my birthday. 12 o'clock is my birthday. 4:30 I gotta be up. 6 o'clock in the morning I'm in TV6. This not stopping. The PEP rally dominate my life, and let me tell you, it had to be so. Because look what's going on. Gary Aboud called me. I supposed to bring Gary Aboud on this video tonight. But Gary can't talk now. Because they give him, Fisherman and Friends of the Sea, get an injunction. But tomorrow is my birthday. So check what happened. My friends and family organized a surprise birthday party. And I didn't know. Between the last video, when I tell you I'm coming on at 9 and now, I didn't know that's what I was going to. And when I went, and they're not taking me seriously, they take my phone and my keys, and I'm telling them, the people expecting me at 9, they make me change it to 10. Alright, I change it to 10. You know, I still keep my back. And I vex her, because I know the people on this wall here, the people who follow these videos, I owe you all an extreme amount of respect. So I apologize for being late. There is so much for us to discuss. There is so much for us to deal with. And I don't know how to tell you what we're doing. There's so much going on. It's hardcore bad outside there. It's hardcore bad. Welcome to Trinidad. All they talk about is race. What? Don't buy the only no come out. If you see my messages, 100 I carry it all. Have the good and the bad. Half the country mad. Papa yo. Or I bought the coast guard and see. Tell them the man. Cough the pass through here like it have foot and legs. And half the country mad. Papa yo. Everybody who was concerned for my safety, I am sorry. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize, and I am sorry. We get on to business. We get on to business. Thing dirty and it can't done. Thing dirty and it can't done. Fishermen and friends of the sea was granted an injunction against the state that has engaged in the most obscene and egregious abuse of power. The Environmental Management Authority, the entire board needs to be fired. I am accusing them openly of corruption. The entire board of the Environmental Management Authority needs to be fired. That CEC granted to rape the Aripo forest. I mean, oh Christ, oh Christ, oh Jesus, Father, Christ in heaven. Where we get the Satan from, Keith Rowley? This mother ass, this dirty stunting jackass, and his band of merry men, Stuart freaking Papayo Young, take state funds and 9 old people up in Jaffa. Marie Antoinette, he take them up in Jaffa. This jackass, before he take them for a roti. This little jumped up, stunting, disgusting little boy, Stuart Young, who gets some blue lights and it gone to his head, it fly up in his head, mad blood take him, jump over the little Indian girl Asha Javident. But Asha there, she by the side of the road. Any blue lights passing, she jumping in that. I don't know where Stuart feel, because he's not the first, second, or third. She's a serial governmental player. But I know my you know, Asha, we talk. You have no decency. You have no sense. You have no common sense. How much outside children you gonna raise in one family? But you is not my concern. Stuart, disgusting, stunting young. Stuart, little boy, stunting young, you mash up your second family to run to play. You're a player. Because your little financer tell you, he bullying journalist girls. So you want to bull one too, and Stuarty boy. And you're playing Marie Antoinette. So you grab some black old people and you take them where? Where you take them, Stuarty boy? You take them Jaffa. Upstairs the Oval. And because you're feeling like somebody. Think hard in your pants, you're feeling like somebody, and so you take them up in Jaffa to stunt with them. You're gonna take them for a roti, you're gonna take them for a shack and bake, you're gonna take them breakfast shed. You're going Jaffa in your suit and tie, like you're somebody. You little stunting jackass. Stuart Young, you jackass. When I tell you, Stuart Young, there have been some jackasses in this country in politics, but you is a jackass of class. When your father see me in West Small and cross, because he know, and I tell him, you is a jackass, your boy is a jackass, or is a jackass crew. Because listen to me, this is not what government is for. This is not what government is for. And you are the stuntologist. You are the destructor-in-chief. You is the bullshit artist. They bring out a Chinese boy. He ain't black, he ain't Indian. Get him a Chinese. And That is how that cruisers think. They can't call him nigger. They can't call him coolie. Get them a Chinese. So they send you out like a fool. And like the ignorant fool that you are, you're living up to your reputation. You're living up to it. But you know what? You ain't even my concern. You're not even my concern. I know life will deal with you, Stuarty boy. I know for a freaking fact. Life, let me tell you something. Life will deal with you. Karma, ain't no joke, you know. Rowley think he could duck that cancer that eating his ass. He think he could duck it. Let me tell you something, Keith Rowley, the country of Trinidad and Tobago. I tell you tonight, the country of Trinidad and Tobago will see that cancer eat your ass and reduce you to nothing for the public to see. You want to take advantage of people, You want to send the backhoes. You want to send the backhoes to rape the Aripo forest while you have the stunting media talking about Tifa wine. Tifa wine is a crime. Tifa wine is a crime. Give them that. Samson and Turn, boy. House nigga extraordinary. Give them that, Samson. Shelly does. Shelly does. She like a wind-up doll. Wind she up, throw she on the back, and you get anything you want. The two of them, CNC3, Sabga News Media. Who running Massy Media now? Dominic Calipasad gone. So I don't know who running that. But all of them is the same pile of jackass shit. And I'm saying that tonight, and I'm going on TV6 in the morning. And if they have more balls than me, they will let me on the show. And if they don't, they will block me at the door. And either way I good. Either way I good. Because the truth of the matter is this country is broken. Not because of the actions of small men, you know, but big office holders. Big office holders who agree to conspire to destroy this nation. All of them. None of them want to live here forever, you know. None of them staying here for good. All of them have the exit strategy. All of them have the exit plan. All of them storing money outside. Each and every one of them putting their money outside. So when the Mark bus and Camelot burned to the ground, when Rome collapsed, when the Titanic slammed into that iceberg, they're out. Snatch up the brood and they're gone. And leave the rest away to live in the ashes. That is this government's plan. But Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley, I hope and I pray that that cancer eats you till you're dead. I want to come and piss on your grave. Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley. You see how I have a good word to say about Max Stunting Richards? And these little foolish sheep coming to tell me think about the family, or they think about Dolce, the family. Don't give me that bullshit, you know. Crook is crook, you know. Don't tell me the great UE educator Max Richards didn't know when they summoned him to proclaim Section 34 a piece of a law in the dead of night when people was distracted. He didn't know. Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley, I want that cancer to reduce you. I want it to reduce you to nothing. I want it to eat you raw. I want you to get like Karamat, Hafiz Karamat. When they bring Hafiz Karamat in that court, people have to hold their nose and move. The man was rotten while he was alive. All you feel karma is joke, play with it. Play with it. You send them in the Aripo forest and ruin it. You ain't have to care. That's not for your children. Stunt for them. Stunt for them, brother. Stunt for them. Call press conference and stunt for their ass. Piss on people back and tell them that is rain falling. Give them excuse after excuse while your partners in crime raid this treasury. Petrotrin, brother. Petrotrin. 90%. 90%. And let me tell Trinidad and Tobago straight up. Sell Petrotrin. But don't sell Petrotrin behind closed doors. Put it on the open market globally. Let everybody know that Petrotrin is for sale and that Trinidad is willing to do a joint venture. Sabga and Massy is small fish in a small pond. Them is not the only people with money. There are people in Brazil, China, India, America, Canada, Japan, everywhere that want to put money all over the place. They have idle assets. They want to invest. They want to invest. We don't need Sabga money and we don't need Massy money. And I'm telling Trinidad and Tobago something. If that is a fait accompli, if there is any truth to the rumor that Ansel Roger roll over and deliver the OWTU vote and give that to Massey and Sabga. I want to tell you something. Vote the Progressive Empowerment Party into office. I tell Trinidad and Tobago, day 1, we will pass recall into law. Day 2, we will nationalize whatever they rename it, and we will take it back. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. The same law you are abusing, I know how to use. You're going to abuse that law to enrich fat cat financiers. We will undo and redo that too. We will undo and redo that too, partner. We ready for all you know? We ready for all you. Trinidad and Tobago, all you have to wake up now, you know. Wake up. People telling me a deaf woman gone in our hospital. A deaf woman, she gone. She gone with her translator. The translator say that the people and them tell him, we can't deal with deaf people here. Hold all your ass and go. Hold all your ass and go. The deaf pregnant woman, complications. She dead. She dead. She dead. A dead woman, a deaf woman, pregnant, dealing with challenges in life. All your stunting mother asses, taking public funds to play all this something and cause that woman to dead from complications. I want karma to fall on all you like big rock, boy, like boulder. I want to know who is in charge of the Port of Spain General Hospital that let that black man crawl around and dead in the dew that morning. I will never forget. Edmund Dillon, when the little black boy burned up in the car, you say you draw a line. 33 murder cells. Like you draw that line with chalk, partner. Because bad man ain't afraid you. Nobody ain't taking you on. Nobody ain't take you on. You draw that line with chalk. That little boy burned up for nothing. You say that was it. We reach. We didn't reach before. But use our next one. Use our next one. I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago this. PNM, People's National Movement, is a curse on this country. They cursed us with that party. Eric Williams, I hope whatever left of you rotting in that ground, I hope the torments of all them little black children in Mova, Beatam, Lavantel and Silots, Abipujan, Bagatelle, La Puerta, Enterprise, you name it, Mbakade, Scorpion, Big Yard. I hope all the torments and all the cries of all those suffering families that took your chain up, that the PNM care about black people, I hope the tears of those mothers that lose 10,000 children in this country, that is how much people get murdered in Trinidad and Tobago in the last 20 years, 10,000 people. I hope the tears of all of their loved ones. The Bible says, a mother's tears runs forever. Eric Eustace Williams, I hope every one of those mother's tears burning you as you rot in the ground. Patrick Mervyn Augustus Manning, I ain't forget you. You dirty, stink, nasty little man. All of them that you fool to think that your cult was something of value, that you disregard and disrespected and disadvantaged. You take every boom this country had and stunt it for people who, when the heat get hot, jump on a plane and fly out to Canada. Nasty, nasty little man. Patrick Mervyn Augustus Manning. Let me tell you something. I hope you stay and feel pain for all eternity. I hope you feel the torture that your actions unleash on people for all eternity. Max Richards, I want you to hear me. Max Richards, all them people who stunting behind your coffin, the handful, because nobody ain't taking the bullshit on. Max Richards, because of you and the gang that organized Section 34 and proclaim it into law, bypass, stood on the backs of a lot of black people and, well, poor people that in the jail, that can't afford a court, that can't get a court date, that can't afford a lawyer, that can't afford bail, them stuck. You say the law is for them. Bring it before the president, Max Richards, in the dead of night on a public holiday. 50 years we independent. Distract them with bullshit. Send Boti Wari and Marshall to sing all kind of shit song for them. Give them fireworks like they never see before. And proclaim a cheap law so Ish and Steve could work. And when you get catch, when all you get catch with your pants down, run back in the same parliament and repeal the law. And all them people who back you climb up on, sitting down in that jail still. You dirty stink son of a bitch. Max Richards, I wish you all that you deserve. And to all of the sycophants from either party, Ramnath and Malcolm Jones, Karamat, and all these bitches that I have wished that they get their just desserts. Let me tell you something. Don't come on my wall and tell me when a man dead, respect his family. Because you know what? His family lived on the proceeds of ill-gotten gains. They have no respect to get from me. This ain't joke time. This is serious time. Shyness and rum is friends. Get drunk. While you're drunk and bent over, they're raping your country. Taking anything they could take. Check them now, boy. They liking themselves. Porsche Cayenne, Range Rover, Mercedes-Benz 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Cinnamon rush up there to buy a Maybach. Cinnamon, I hear your daughter going to live in Barcelona. All you're clearing out all your responsibilities. How much you getting for K-Donna? How much you getting for K-Donna? You and your family that own them 9 houses, and you're telling the nation you ain't get no benefit. If you ain't getting no benefit, don't build no overpass, but you're taking big people for fools. Of all the projects that need to be done in Trinidad and Tobago, that is the least among equals. And to the Trinidadians who don't understand, all you had to do was widen the road from Curep to K-Donna all the way to Central and South, and half that traffic gone. A government that cares about the people would have decentralized public offices, and that would have solved half the traffic. A government that cares about the people would have zoned the schools and made all schools 10-year schools, and the other half of the traffic gone. We don't need to build overpass, underpass, or throughpass, but all of these stunting jackasses taking advantage of you, putting you in traffic, and then telling you they go rescue you. That is called shock doctrine, and they're using it to their advantage. But the people waking up. This Saturday coming. I bet you they find all kind of reasons to dig up road all around Shagwana. How much you want to bet? Rohan and crew, dig up, cut off, traffic for so, make life hard. I'm looking for you, brother. I'm looking for you. And I know what you're capable of. But if you block us this week, we will do it next week. The Progressive Empowerment Party is the undoing of the People's National Movement and the UNC. We come to cure the cancer. We will lead the people of this country to the promised land, to the paradise they was meant to see. Not this madness that they've been putting up with. Not this madness. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, we have to wake up now. You see all over my social media talking about link me for ticket and link me for costume. I'm blocking all of y'all. I'm blocking all of y'all because while Rome burning, all you're fiddling. I don't want to hear your bullshit. My wall limited to people who give a crap about this country. And right now, Trinidad and Tobago, she in trouble. Trinidad in trouble. Trinidad in trouble. And our problem is our government. Trinidad in trouble. And our problem is our government. Trinidad is in trouble because the organizations of state are being abused by small men with big egos and large appetites that have come together to conspire to rob you. And all of the things that you think that's supposed to be looking out to protect you, they're corrupted too. Nothing works. Nothing in this country works. Nothing. Nothing works. Nothing works. So while the white-collar, high-collar criminals robbing, raping, and plundering this nation, the people who supposed to be looking out for you and your children, them corrupted too. Nothing works. The Progressive Empowerment Party wants to undo and redo. There will be a firing. There will be a culling. There will be an ending of the power structure. We will tear it down. We will tear it down. Somebody help Mr. Ali, who's asking what is the PEP. He needs some guidance. You're on a PEP wall and he don't know. Give him some guidance there. While they're playing high-level games, guns and drugs flowing into the country, the Coast Guard telling you, well, we never really get the boats we were supposed to get. Hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars passed through national security to go to that Coast Guard, and that Coast Guard has failed. That Coast Guard has failed to do the job that's in its name. Guard the freaking coast. So miss me with your bullshit. I don't care if they give you pirogues and pellet guns. Use the Coast Guard. Don't be parked up in Chagaramas. Get your ass down in the theater of operation and secure this nation. But only taking people for fools. And the Progressive Empowerment Party will undo and redo even that. All the people who think they have jobs for life, they're in for a rude surprise. They're in for a rude surprise. All the police officers who think that they entrenched in their corruption and their criminality, they're in for a rude surprise. And if you feel we're going to play the same bullshit games about using locals to fight locals, you're wrong. We are going to bring professionals to deal with our postage stamp problems. 5,000 police officers. We will find the corrupt and the criminals and we will suspend and prosecute them. And then we will incentivize and motivate those who remain. It is time to fix this country. Trinidad and Tobago, this is a call to action and a call to order. Our government has reduced this nation. Has reduced this nation to a people suffering. Look at it. A woman posted on my wall today. A woman named Steffi Hazel posted on my wall today that she went to the hospital with a finger problem at 7 o'clock in Mount Hopeless, and they took 10 hours to deal with that woman. 10 hours. Work out how much time you eat, drink, and piss in 10 hours. And tell me what you're going to do. Work out how many times your phone runs out of battery life in 10 hours. Tell me what you want to do sitting down there in the Mount Hopeless Hospital.
I wanna fly.
What you want to do?
Change. Fly up to this change.
$50 billion spent on healthcare in the last 10 years. In this disgusting, the Vex Trump called me a shithole. This is a shithole. The PNM and the UNC have made sure this country is a shithole.
The party have no more rubbish. But when I look around, what do I see? Recycled politicians. I see kangaroos like Assam and Ramlogan, hopping from bandwagon to wagon. So they polish and shine, then fall back in line. But that cannot keep my mind. Jump high, jump low, whether sun or rain.
I ain't falling for that again.
It's the same faces, new administration. Same faces, blowing new positions. Same faces, with a brand new chief, UNC. The same bunch of stamping thieves.
Red and ready, yellow and steady. Red crapper, yellow crapper, same handful of salt. Trinidad and Tobago, you have an option now. You have an option. Let us talk solutions. Let us talk solutions. Let us invite the Internal Affairs Division of the New York City Police Department and tell them you have 6 months to identify and remove all of our corrupt and criminal police officers. While that is happening, we will work with the Canadians, the Americans, and the British, and we will do joint venture exercises, Coast Guard exercises, not Navy. This is a dot. This is a dot. We only need a handful of vessels to do this job. We will secure this nation's borders. Nothing enters unchecked. Nothing. Nothing enters unchecked. And the 40% of the shipping containers that come into this country right now, whoosh, that's done. We will unstuff every container on the port. So while we are building our maritime security wall, we will shut the borders of this country down and unstuff every container and bring to an end the drug trafficking and the gun trafficking, and by extension, the human trafficking out of Trinidad and Tobago. All of that done. It's done. So no new guns coming in. And while that was going on, we get rid of the corrupt police. So now we only have honest, decent, law-abiding police officers who want to protect and serve. Those police officers, we will give $1,000 for every gun that you collect and bring for destruction. And every gun, you get paid when it is destroyed. You get paid when it is destroyed. So it's not like you can bring in a gun, get paid, and then get recycled like goes on now. You will get paid when it is destroyed. So as Keep Christopher Mugabe Sabga told the nation, there are 30,000 illegal guns in this country. $30,000 is $30 million. We could put aside $30 million. Then we're spending $500 million behind Calco to build a highway for Dwen and Lagahu. And we're building a Lajables highway in Manzanilla that we don't need. 10% of that money, keep Christopher Mugabe Sabgaroli, 10% of the Dwen Lagahu highway to Manzanilla could have taken every single illegal gun off the streets if you had give a shit about the people. Keep Christopher Rowley. That's just one thing. Secure the borders, take the guns off. We will treat the police service like we treat the record service. Once you prosecute it, for every successful prosecution, cash bonus. Those who don't like that, miss me with your bullshit. I want to see my police officers live well. There are 3 people in this country need to live well. Our teachers, our farmers, and our police. And we must make sure that we as a country understand how important all 3 of those people are. Our police help us sleep at night. Our farmers feed us, and our teachers raise our children. Once we treat those 3 well, once we treat them well, society starts to run functionally. Our education system, 10-year school zone, GPA. The GPA tests the children and the teacher. You know that? The GPA, a grade point average, tests the children and the teacher at the same time. So we will know the children who need attention and the teachers that not delivering. And we fix both one time. We will make sure that we fix healthcare, cancel the private ambulance contract, put ambulances within the community in a dedicated GPS control and monitored 7 to 10 minutes from every household in this postage stamp speck of a country. And we could do that. And while we're doing that, 41 decentralized accident and emergency centers. Now the whole country will have to go and sit in Mount Hopeless and Port of Spain within your constituency, 5 minutes from your home, because they will have minor surgery suite. You may have to overnight. Your family, 5 minutes from you. They could come and visit. They could come and visit. We want to bring in doctor assistants and nurse practitioners. Make that a thing. That is a thing in the rest of the world. In Trinidad and Tobago, any nurses, any doctors, any professionals of any kind that do not put people first will be fired. They will be terminated. They will be removed from the public roster and sent their merry way. I want to say that again, because once you are in public service, you must serve the public. And if you are not interested in that, go your merry way. That is the Progressive Empowerment Party's policy. So if you want to be a part of a government, because all of us talk about all the things that are wrong in this country, and all of us speak about all the things that don't work, but we're not seeing our piece of the pie. No one raindrop ever considers itself as having caused the flood. But we will deal with that. In fact, dovetail to flooding. We don't yet understand how to take the billions of dollars that we are spending in public works to retain water. And if we retain the 4 and 5 times the national consumption that we get every year as rain, if we don't know how to retain it, Progressive Empowerment Party will show you how. We already have drainage systems in this country that takes our bounty of rain in the hills and washes it out to the sea. Madness. And we've been doing that for 55 years. They get better at it every year. They blame the floods on you're living in a lagoon. The entire nation is a lagoon. The entire nation, a lot of it is underwater. And we have allowed these rogues, these parasites, these stunting artists to turn us against each other. And I watch. They don't get wet. Their foot don't get wet. Them don't even step out the canoe when they come to stunt and Kamala. Stacy, all you remember that? Stacy and Kamala, the people who pushing the boat up to their ankle in water, but two of them sit down in a boat. And Rowley don't come at all. Rowley don't care. Rowley don't have to care. He is a pretentious, stunting artist. He not there to care about people. He there to draw salary and lie to you. That's Kid Rowley work. Kid Rowley lied for 5 years till he lie himself into office. He lie himself from email gate go back. Check his entire record. He is a liar extraordinaire and he lie himself into office. Tomorrow morning, if they do take me on that show, Fazir Mohammed is going to ask me why I think the Prime Minister is a jackass. I am going to ask Fazir, why does he think he is not? And let us have that conversation. Let us have that conversation. Because this is a nation that spends $60,000 million every single year on public service with nothing to show for it. Half the population do not use anything in the public service if they can help it. Most people now, right now, are paying water and buying water. We've spent enough money in the last 50 years on water. We could have run pipe round this earth 2.5 times, but not enough pipe for this postage stamp country to pour water in everybody's house. But we will fix that. We will decentralize even water distribution. We will make WASA a bulk water transmission facility, not a bottling plant like these jackasses. I know Blue Waters and them stunting to get control of WASA. We'll stick a pen and deal with that the next time. But we could make WASA a bulk water transmission company and in 41 constituencies identify the different types of water processing facilities required to make sure that every house in Trinidad and Tobago at the same time gets water 24/7. We could do that. It's done in the world. You had Fitzgerald Hines. Fitzgerald Hines sat down on a morning show with Hema Ramkisoon and told her that every morning while he was in England, he would turn on the tap and there'd be water there, and he was always impressed. But that same jackass couldn't do that here. Couldn't do it here. Why? Because in Trinidad and Tobago, we need to oppress our people. We need to keep them down. Once our people are oppressed, struggling and fighting, the 1% could do what the hell they like. Could do what the hell they like. You now have an opportunity. You have a political party strong like lions that will stand with you. That is going to, with your vote of course, with your support, undo and redo all of the malfunctional, dysfunctional, non-functional offices of state. We plan to go back to the Constitution and reboot the Republic. We plan to turn it off and turn it back on. That whole madness that passed for court and justice in this country need to undo and redo. Find a day and call it quits. Everything before this, all you're finished. That's cold case. All you need 400 years, stand for 400 years. Going forward, a functional court system with case management. Civil cases cannot take more than 3 years. Criminal matters cannot take more than 5. Judges whose cases cross 3 and 5 years for civil and criminal, those cases will be tossed. Judges who routinely have cases tossed will be fired like the non-functional public servants that they are. But we live in a country where everybody could put on robe and strike a pose and all of a sudden they could fly. They're public servants. And they need to understand their role in the society. And if you cannot serve the public, vacate. Go your way. Vacate and go your way. This country has problems, but those problems could be solved. We will open the banking sector to competition. We will invite international major banks, Scotiabank, Royal Bank of Canada, Republic Bank was Barclays Bank of England. What else we have? First Citizen Bank. Them is little banks. Them is 2x4 banks in the world. We can bring real big banks in the Trinidad and Tobago and open it up. Open it up for competition. All of a sudden, them same banks that you're going into right now, that they hire you to study, all of a sudden, see how much tellers in the wickets. All of a sudden, see how much incentives they're giving you to come into their bank. See how much service they're giving you. All of a sudden, no fees, no fees. We're giving you more interest than the state say. All of a sudden, we plan to regulate banking and the financial sector in this country. All depositors' funds must attract interest. That will be our law. It will be the term and condition of operating a financial institution in the Grand Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. That will force the banks to offer your funds that you have deposited there as risk to credit for a greater interest. But it will stimulate the economy and buoy and build our middle class that is suffering now for a lack of credit. For a simple lack of credit, all because the government doesn't understand its role and that it is supposed to be regulating the financial sector. You have insurance companies right now that will run and run and run till they wind up and gone. And the same people who own the company coming back and creating a new company with a different name. And all the people who was holding policy before, them to catch. It's them to catch because they have nobody to turn to in the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of do what they hear they like land. But under a Progressive Empowerment Party government, an insurance company will be mandated to pay. Once you have a paid up client and that client has a claim, you have 3 months to pay the claim. If you do not pay the claim within 3 months, you are then mandated to take that client to court for fraud and prove that the client has committed a fraud. And if in the 10 months that you are allowed to try that case, you cannot prove that he committed or she committed a fraud, you can find yourself paying 10 times the value of the claim. Because it is time, all of these stunting advantageous asses who organize themselves in the chambers of commerce and other organizations to take advantage of the public, be put in their place and be told that if you offer a service, you must give that service. If you say that this is what you do, do it. Do it. Yeah. So much more we could talk about. So much more we need to talk about. So much more is happening between now and the 20th of January. That is this coming Saturday. Listen, I could come here every night and speak to you in calm and measured tones and give you the reassuring lies that you get from other organizations. I could negotiate with political parties and I could tell Kamala and Rodal, like I say, listen, we will organize the pink skins on the east-west corridor because you all can't cross the Caroni Bridge, and together we will give the PNM some thunder. And the PNM will see that and then they will send their finances. They say, Phil, all you want, boy. We could have been one of those political parties, but we're not. We want to be the undoing of the PNM and the UNC. We want to come to you with the truth. When I come to you here at night, it is to tell you, if Petrotrin was really sold in such a clandestine manner, that amounts to theft. That amounts to theft. And if there are no institutions of state in this country to address that, vote yourself a Progressive Empowerment Party government and we will undo that transaction. We will nationalize it right in front of Massey and Sadga face and show them how it is done. Let them go and complain to the world and say, we thief it, and them come and thief it back. Because that's what's going on. That's what's going on. You think Rowley, know how that a Repo Savannah come to be there so long? You think he care? Rowley don't care. Rowley don't give an ass. Rowley doesn't care. As long as he can wind up on a bumsy for carnival, Rowley happy, you know. You have a nasty, dirty man for a prime minister, you know. Make no mistake, you know. He don't care about you. He will come and lie to you. He will lie to you. He don't even do that well. He's a shit-tongue and a shit snake. A double-tongued hypocrite. That man. Keep Christopher Mugabe's Sapga Rowley. Where all the teak trees in the Aripo Savannah gone? Who get that? Young Sing? I don't know. I ask him. Fishermen and friends in the sea had to go and run and get an injunction to stop it. But what if there was no Gary Aboud? What if there was no Fishermen and Friends of the Sea to bring those pictures to you? Because there's nobody bringing the pictures of the quarries that are eviscerating the Central Range. People are tired of fighting the same parties, PNM and UNC, over and over. Kamala will get up now and stunt against that same rape and plunder of their repo forests, and then get into office and continue the transaction if it's working for them. We need to understand our responsibility as citizens in a democracy. We have a role to play. Our job is to make sure, like Gary Aboud just did, our job is to make sure that governments do not abuse the people. The Progressive Empowerment Party plans to convene something that we call the Activist Council. And the Activist Council will find all of the activists operating in this country, environment, social, political. Once you're an activist, once you're a non-profit and you're fighting for a betterment, come and meet with us once a month, because we want to hear on the ground what is going on, what needs to be addressed, what is perturbing the people, what is a cause for concern, because we really do not need to rape the Aripo forest to solve traffic in this country. We do not need to do that. We do not need to go and take treasury funds to go and enrich Rohanson and to buy K-Donner that he buy from Maraj. Rohanson and friends bought K-Donner from Maraj as an investment to sit down and wait for this. Then didn't buy it to run as a cinema. Then buy it to sit down and wait to roll it over with a friendly government. And Rohan with his cowboy boots, because I know he come in all of our protests and stand up there and say prayers and hold candle. You can't stop them. There are people joining the PEP right now. We know they have a political agenda. A couple of them detonate a UNC time bomb in our party the other day, but we snuff it out and send them on their merry way. We dealt with that too. You have to know and you have to see and you have to say, I want a better country. Unless you go in with them when they're gone, the ashes is for you. And as people saying, boycott the carnival, bust it. Bust the carnival. Boycott every fete. I want to see pictures of fete. I've seen plenty empty space. I'm not saying everybody will stay away, but I'm telling you, if enough of us stay away, the message will be clear. The message will be clear. I am also again calling on you to boycott anything that is an import, anything that is a franchise. Boycott it. Boycott it. Do not spend your money there. They say that foreign exchange is very scarce. Those foreign franchises taking our foreign exchange and sending it to America. So tell them, listen, no more Starbucks, no more KFC, no more McDonald's, no more Subway, no more Burger King. All them things killing you, you know. Not one of those things I just call is healthy. Subway, that tells you eat fresh. They want to sell you nitrates and nitrites that makes it difficult for your body to absorb oxygen. You know that those meats that they put in those sandwiches, what those meats are made from? You know what you buy when you buy Subway Eat Fresh? Make sure you understand, you know, KFC is MSG, monosodium glutamate. When you eat it, you get a little high. It's called an excitotoxin. Avoid that crap. It's not good for your body, and it is deep fat fried. It is deep fat fried with hydrogenated oil. They changed the name from Kentucky Fried Chicken to KFC to take out the word fried. Because people were getting wise. Wisen up. Wisen up. There's nothing in McDonald's or Burger King that's good for you. Find local companies selling food. Give them the sale. Even if it is a little more money. It is better for you. It is better for the economy that those people do well. All them strip malls, I'm asking you. I am imploring you. Let them die. Let them die. I have made a decision. I am boycotting from movie town go back. Let them die. Let them die now. Because it is time that the business community in Trinidad and Tobago understood their responsibility to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And if they don't, we the people must show them by our vote, by our labor, and by our consumption. Yes? Tell me.
When the airport billions disappear, remember, Rudlal was right there. When the English banker gone didn't declare, remember, Warner was right there. But they changed their pants and they changed their skirt. They changed their blouse and they changed their shirt. They even changed the style of their hair, but they had changed their stinking underwear. Change. I said to change. I wanna fly. Fly up to the sky. PNM vibrant, sounding triumphant. With Rowley on the platform, everybody acting like norm. PNM ready, they say the ship's steady.
Miss me with that bullshit. PNM had one plan, how to raid, rape, plunder, and pillage this country. They came in there with their finances and the contractocracy to take advantage of the people of this country. You and I, we have a responsibility in this country, and we have to take that responsibility very, very seriously. And we have to now demonstrate for all to see that we understand what that responsibility might be. Saturday coming. Come out in your numbers. We will be. Tyrone and Anders will be there. We will have entertainers, artists, calypsonians, Shiv Shakti dancers. I understand they're in conversation with Lavantel Rhythm section. Tassa, free doubles, free corn soup. Plenty information. This Saturday from 3 p.m. Lanch Park Shagonas. Come join us. Just as how you vote them in, vote them out. And I want to tell you something. I am only angry because what is taking place in my country is an obscenity. It is an aberration. It is a tragedy, and it is completely unacceptable. And no, we will not stand and take it. Today is the anniversary of Martin Luther King Jr.'s death. And he said in his lifetime that our lives begin to end when we stop giving attention to things that matter. These are the issues that matter in this country. When one person is feeling injustice, all are feeling injustice. When one person is hungry, the entire nation should be sad. When one person has to lose their lives to violence and violent crime, we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, must stand up and say that is unacceptable. We will not tolerate that in our name. Tomorrow morning at 6:30, I am supposed to be on TV6 with Azir Mohammed, and I will be there. And I will go live from Independence Square. And I will go on that show respectfully to deal with the issues of the day. I want you to understand, I will never capitulate. I will never sell out to any big business, corporate control media. The same message that you get here at night, they're going to get tomorrow morning. Trinidad and Tobago has been abused and plundered by people who have no heart or no soul, no compassion for people. We must fix that. This Saturday coming here, people have done so much work, put out so much effort to bring to you a massive rally that will start the ball rolling in the direction of a rescue and a renewed Trinidad and Tobago. You need to do your part. Your part is to show up and to stand up. Stand with us. Stand with your country. Stand with the red, white, and black. One people under one flag. Stand together and say, we will not accept this anymore. We want a better country. All those who have stolen, pillaged, and plundered this nation, we want our money back. We want them brought to justice. All of the rogues and the non-performers in the public service, we want them fired. We want a country that works. We want every creed and race to find an equal place. This is what we want. We're saying that this Saturday at 3 o'clock in Lunch Park, Chaguanas by the bandstand. Come out in your numbers. It is free, free, free. Bring your friends, bring your family. There will be an after party after all of the speeches and all of the talk. There will be entertainment during the speech and during the talk. It will be a good time. Tomorrow is my birthday and a lot of y'all want to celebrate my birthday with me. Come and celebrate Saturday with me in Lunch Park. You want to give me a little gift I take in? Make sure it's something nice to eat so we can share. Joke and fun aside, if you want to be a part of the rescue of this country, we will never have a better opportunity. The time is now. We are the ones we have been waiting on. Stand together, one people under one flag. We can fix this. We can rescue this. We can fire these mocking pretenders. Prosecute and jail those who have taken advantage of this nation. Turn this country around so our children could play in safety and our elders could age in peace. If that is your vision for Trinidad and Tobago, forget the mocking pretenders and the stunting artists and come out. Come out in your numbers. Ignore the naysayers, the detractors, and the double talkers. They have a problem for every solution. They don't have an answer to give you for anything that is wrong in this country. They can't explain why 55 years later, murder after murder, mayhem after mayhem, sufferation after sufferation, the most blessed country in the world, how that comes to be our condition. The reality of our situation is that we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, we've allowed it to be so. And they've said to me millions of times, Philip, the problem is we never had a choice. You have a choice now. The Progressive Empowerment Party is the fastest growing political organization in this country's history. And our plans, programs, policies, and ideas are second to none. We will undo and redo the failing aspects of this nation. We will reboot the republic. We will switch it off and turn it back on. We will take us back to the Constitution and bring this country back to functional, where every creed and race can find an equal place, where no social dividers can separate us, and where we can stand together as one people under one flag and enjoy the blessings of this blessed land. If that is what you want for you and your family, this Saturday, 3 o'clock, Lunch Park, Chaguanas, I am looking forward to shaking your hand and seeing you there. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.